Hello everyone and welcome to our English video lesson. Today's objective connected to Unit 1 about jobs is, as you can see it on your screen, developing listening skills with tips for an example of a correct job interview. So the topic is the same, but it's going to be divided into two main parts. One is dealing with tips for having a good job interview, and the second one, you're going to listen to a job interview and answer a few questions about that. All right, so now let's get started with some general tips when you have the chance or the opportunity to have a job interview. Number one, be punctual. That means be there on the time you were given to be, because that makes a good impression to your interviewer and prospective or possible employer. Number two, dress up formally or at least semi-casually, but not too casually either, right? So that would depend on the situation and the kind of job you are applying. Number three, be aware of your own body language. So in your facial expression, in the body posture, in the gestures you make with your hands, in all of these resources, you have to convey a sense of self-confidence, that although you are nervous, you're able to control your nerves and be able to show what you are made of, to do your best and to talk about they are asking you in this interview. And finally, number four, show enthusiasm. That means that you must show that you are a positive person, a prospective good worker for the company or the institution you are applying for. And as I said before, now I'm going to tell you about the task for this week that consists of mainly listening to two parts. The first one is about these tips I've talked about to face a job interview successfully. And the other one is about a father that you're going to listen to talking about his daughter. His daughter is going to start her first part-time job, and the father is quite happy about it, and then he's going to tell us why he thinks that a part-time job could be good for her daughter as well as for you teenagers. Now let me finish this part with giving you some pieces of advice regarding the best way you can face this week's task regarding listening. Number one, look for keywords. Do not try to understand everything, but try to pick up the most important words so as to get an idea, a general idea, and later on a more specific idea or ideas connected to what they are asking you in the questions you're going to find on the quiz. Number two, think of the context of the situation. For example, in a question, they can ask you about the father's opinion about part-time jobs for him or for her daughter. So you have to listen to the presentation maybe once, twice, or more times. It doesn't matter. So as to get the idea, so as to get the specific information is being required of you. And finally, pay attention to the tone of the voice. Is it confidence? Is it serious? Does it show a good attitude in this interview or in this conversation of the father, right? So make sure to pay attention to these tips and they will help you to tackle with this challenge more successfully and be able to come up with the correct answers. All right, so this is the task then. I repeat, go over to pages 21 and 22 from the textbook, listen to audios 5 and 6, and then take the quiz. Remember that the deadline for you to take the quiz is on Friday at the latest. All right, so thank you very much for your attention and see you next week. Bye.